Alright, welcome back. Learn and Lab, Watch Along, number 4, Izayoi and Mu-12. So, as per usual, the list reappears. Can I get it to... Oh, I want it to appear nicely, but I got everything down here on the bar. Oh well. I'll put it up on screen for a second and I'll take it away and just read them off. And we'll go through these again, starting with... Oh my gosh, how did I mess that up? Starting with the good stuff. Damn, it's just Windows being a bitch, I guess. Alright, starting with the good stuff. In the first set, I was getting can opened by overheads. And also, I'll mention this is the second set I've played with Solstice. Just as a bit of background. First set, I wasn't blocking any overheads. This set, I started remembering, oh, she has an overhead. I should figure out how to block that. So, in our... Ooh, make sure I'm on the right screen. Yes, good. In our second game of this set... start blocking that second hit. Nice. That's good. Other things I have in the good shit category. 1640. Let's go here. Block DP and the right fatal starter into the right fatal route. Unfortunately, don't get to do any more because that was death right there, but that's almost a 5k fatal starter, so cool, 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 cool. What is next? 1840. I started fishing for more gaps in pressure with 2C. And that's a really good fatal starter. Unfortunately, I don't do a fatal route, but I do a pretty good route. I get my heart knocked down again, so that's good. What else? Just a cool moment is the last one I have. 2209. I was like, this is a very anime moment. Yo. How do I frame by frame this? Oh no. No! I went too far. Here we go. We'll just let it play out. Damn! That looks sick. All three projectiles just clashing and whiffing. That looked pretty cool. Okay. Now, after the good shit stuff, things to work on and general ideas. Again, I'll call out combo stuff right now, but we're not going to lab through combos as well. So, combo stuff. Work on fatal routing. I've shown that I can make it happen, and I at least know to go into the correct starters after that. Just got to lab it and make that more natural. And so when I hit it and... maybe it won't kill, I'll be able to go for the full route. Other things I have here, 847. This one was almost one that I put in good shit, but it's an important general combo concept to understand is you don't need to be complex when something is going to kill. Just go for the easy stuff. So, coming back here... This is the beginner Izayoi route, and then I just end it with super, and it kills. I definitely can do better routes from that, and I know the better routes from that, but when you need it to kill, just keep it very simple and make it work. Other things. For combo stuff, 13 minutes and 40 seconds. I said work on block string pressure and start making this sequence more natural. So there I get 3C, RC, and then I just kind of do a double jump into JC. In GA, after you RC something, you can just 6-6 and then do the fuzzy overhead. And that is very dangerous and very good. It's a sequence that I kind of should just start getting into at this point. Making it more natural. It works off our DPRC as well. So both in pressure and on DPRC, it's something that lets me easily convert into damage. And also, if they manage to block my DPRC, it is now a mix-up that they have to hold. And that is very good. It is very good that she has that capability. Okay. Coming back here, we'll go through general ideas first and then talk about matchup specifics. General ideas. 5B, 236B buffer. It's hard to punish or challenge this character at certain ranges, so being able to go into that... hello? Weird. Give me a second. There we go. It forgot BlazBlue existed. I'll put audio on in a second, but in general, at this range, this is a good range for both these characters. They have a lot of good options or good things they can set up. At this range, 5B doesn't convert into anything outside of 236B. So if I'm trying to poke with 5B at this range, I should be almost always buffering a 236B behind it. Like this. And so that means if this actually would hit, I get my 236B. And then I can react to that and get my knockdown. Simple stuff like that goes a very long way against characters that you want to keep out or play at a range where it's tough to convert. Because usually I'd like to get 5B, 5C. But if we're playing at this range, 5C might whiff. Like that. So just buffering that 236B behind is very good. And this is a concept that probably works for like almost every character. If you've got a poke that you want to convert, just be buffering whatever you want to convert into afterwards. And maybe, for example, like maybe I know they play pretty safe and maybe they won't eat these pokes. I can still make this annoying for them to deal with by just buffering Fireball behind it. Because while this doesn't really get me anything, if they were going to block it anyways, this puts a projectile in their face and it leaves us pretty much at neutral, which is a pretty good situation for me because I got buttons like this. I got buttons like this. I can throw more fireballs. I can throw a lot more fireballs. Just buffering into specials when poking is a really good concept in a lot of games. So that's a very general idea I can work on. Going back to our video, at 17 minutes and 15 seconds, I did a very good guard cancel OD. Look at that damage, oh my god. This move is very good to guard cancel OD. Because when that second hit whiffs, she can't cancel it into anything. This is like minus 30 for her. So I get a guaranteed punish after this, which is really nice. So just very general things like that are pretty good. Knowing what to guard cancel OD through and knowing what to guard cancel in this game, I think is extremely valuable. Because guard cancel OD is better than bursting in a lot of cases. Because for one thing, you move closer to active flow, which means your burst will come back faster. You can steal back your turn without like knocking them away, because when you burst, they're kind of launched full screen and you don't really get anything. So guard cancel OD will keep them right in your face and let you take your turn back. Another good thing, I didn't put this on my good shit list, but I was more conscious about my OD time in general. And when I was like running low on OD time, I tried to use things that are enhanced in OD, like throwing more fireballs and stuff like that. But okay. Next thing we have on general ideas, 2246. Baiting actions with defensive movement. Let's scroll back a few seconds also. Here we are. So at this spot, this is where I'd usually want to throw a fireball, just because I know this is the angle that a fireball covers. But at the same time, I know if she stops moving, then I kind of fall helplessly. I throw a fireball, though, and now she's in my face. And now I've got to block this. Same situation happens again. And I go forward and attack this time. I think what's important for me to recognize is times when the things that are usually safe, like just jumping back and throwing a fireball, become unsafe. Some characters can run at you very quickly in this game, and actions that would normally be safe can get you blasted. Just want to see how this one ends. Let's see. Ooh. 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 Fatal, but I don't get a pick up there. Oh, and I died to DPRC. Those frames come out so late. Okay. And then two other small things I had on general ideas that I'll practice right now is pressure after JC is blocked, and also JC versus JAA and which one has more pushback. So, switching back to Blazy Blue. Cool. So we're in GA right now, and let's set them to block everything. And we're just going to test how spacing works. Let's set them to normal block as well and block everything. Okay. So, JC is usually what I use for Oki and like my first hit of a GA mix-up. It does good damage, it's very big, and it's important in her safe jumps. So, it's usually the reliable button that I go to. JAA is a really good two-hit overhead. You could set up like a fuzzy overhead with it. It's a much weaker starter, but it's still very good because of how hard it is to block. It is a very, very quick overhead. So, a lot of times I think I default to using JC and pressure because it's good. It's very big. I can go high with it and it'll still hit. I can go very high with it and it'll still hit. It's a very, very good button. The problem is when they start barriering, my follow-ups start whiffing. And this makes it tough to keep pressure. So, I wanted to just do a quick visual check for how far they get moved back when I JC versus JAA. So here, JC, oh, this is very nice. Look how neatly the lines on the floor line up. So this pushes her back 2 cells when she normal blocks JC. Let's do JAA. This pushes her back like a 1 3/4 cells. That's pretty good. Let me ban this bot really quick. Ban. Bah. Spam. Bah. Okay. Sorry. They're offering you quite the deal. I know. I could, whatever Mistrum.store is, that's so fantastic. What a deal. Anyways, coming back here. So, JC, as we saw, pushes her back 2 cells, whereas JAA pushes her back 1.75. Let me put on barrier, because now I'm curious on this. This pushes her back only 1 cell, but it also pushes me back further. This pushes me back way further. So the distance between us right now is 2 cells, whereas before, the distance between us is like 1.5-ish. So it pushes me back further. Okay. And now JAA. Not instant barrier. Thank you. This still keeps us around 2 cells apart. Okay. So JAA seems more consistent for spacing. Let me do a sequence now. Let me do JC into JC and JAA into JAA. Okay, so with 2 of these back to back, the distance is about 2 cells. Oh, and the distance for this is like 1.5. Man, JAA is so cheap. Alright, let's switch it to barrier one more time and see what that looks like. 3 cells of distance with JC. That I kind of scuffed. Let me do that again. And 2 cells with JAA. Okay. So, I guess this is, depending on how I want to keep pressure. JAAs will, it looks like, keep me closer almost across the board. Almost always like 2 cells away. sometimes even 1.5. Whereas JCs are going to push me more, but the damage on JC is good. So this is going to determine on how badly I want to open them up versus how much damage I want to get. Okay. And then other things I wanted to just quickly try is how much can I fill my block string with on normal block versus barrier. I'm going to start with just JC. So... oh, that's what I see. I want to get into 2C, because that's a fatal starter and it's plus on block. And off normal block, this works into 5C. Oh, maybe not every time though. It's probably depending on how deep I go. Yeah. Whereas if they barrier block, I'm pretty sure this is not going to work. Yeah. Let me see. Ooh, even 2 A whiffs after that. Wow. A lot of this stuff is not always going to be consistent based on like how high I start it or how low I am. I imagine stuff might change based on that. But I feel like my best pressure is going to start coming from JAA instead of JC. So that's something I'll experiment with more. I know the routing you lose a lot of damage on, but it's still very good. Oh, I do JC. $28.19 for a 1-stock with JC. Damn, okay. Okay, it ends with 1988. Anyways, okay, we're wasting way too much time on this. I'm sorry. Let's get back to actually productive stuff. Okay. So, coming back to my list, that is the end of the general ideas. Now, matchup-specific stuff. About 10 minutes left for me. Okay. At 14 minutes and 34 seconds, just a quick note that I have about how 214D can get me around a lot of stuff. So 14 minutes, 34 seconds. There we go. Just gets me out of sticky situations, things flying at me, because her things are pretty linear. 7-11. This is something I've got to figure out with Oki. Like, what is the answer to that setup? That is something I am still trying to figure out. I've tried DPing, and then that kind of just ends with either like clash or nothing happens. I've tried backdashing and I get tagged. Can't mash. I think the answer is delay tag. So it was 5C Sword of Destruction, I think. And then, or no, 5C in that flying thing. Let's see again. Here we go. 5C into that, and then is this, what is this move? Let's pull up the wiki. That is 5C. Okay, so it's 6C, 6C into that funny flippy move into 5C. Funny flippy move is half circle back B. Okay. 6C, half circle back B, dash 5C. Let's see if we can set that up. Switching back. Okay. Let's do it. Looks like I think I can get further with this. Okay, this looks like I can delay tech and get out of it. Yeah, this looks like a delay tech situation. Let me go back mid-screen though. Yeah, I think this is delay tech. Let me get a little closer and do it again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is delay tech. I'll give that some more testing. I don't want to run out of time. I wasted so much time on that combo. Okay. I'll see if I can just edit that part out, honestly. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can probably snip that out. Alright. I'm going to keep going with my list. So that one I'm going to try delay teching next time. Sometimes you don't find the answer immediately. I'll try delay teching next time. Other things I just observed about projectile properties. These are things you can just pick up as you're playing more. At 1520, let's switch back to the right screen also. Oops. Here we are. At 1520, I noticed that beam disappears when she blocks. So that beam goes away on block. The other thing I noticed is at 1807, maybe a little bit before this. Whoops, let me scroll back a little bit. There we go. That gate just dies after one hit and it keeps moving. So that's not too scary. And then also how to get around gate sets. That's something I've got to experiment with. So I'll show like what I'm going to try to do with gate sets. Okay. So when she sets a gate like that, it'll come out and then it fires after a certain amount of time. That's kind of all I know about it. What I learned right now, if we go to the wiki, you'll see this. Let's bring the Mu-12 page over. Let's scroll up a bit. Bam. Ground summon Stein. She sets a Stein in one of these 4 positions, which tracks the opponent and then fires a half-screen projectile. It has a pretty long startup before it fires anything. The important thing here is that Steins can be whiff cancelled on the following frames for each input. So at 14 frames, 15 frames, or 16 frames, she can whiff cancel these into other drives, C normals, 6B, specials, supers, and jump. I think this is the most valuable thing to pull away from this, is that when she starts doing Steins in pressure, she can just start jumping with it as well. This makes her pressure probably pretty tough to deal with because her jump buttons are pretty good. She's got some pretty intimidating jump buttons. So what this means is I've got to figure out where I can mash against Steins and also what's the risk of mashing against Steins. Because she can still frame trap with stuff like this. So if I was expecting maybe this into Stein set and I mash on this, that's a lot of damage. So let me show that. Okay. That's a fatal. That hurts a lot. But if this was a Stein set, oh man, timing on that's not what I expected. Oh, it's probably going to depend on my spacing. Let's move a little closer. There we go. Like, there's ways we can challenge it. It's knowing about what they want to do with their pressure. If they're just trying to frame trap you with like 5C, 6C, you can just wait it out, get pushed away, and then start playing again. If you think they're going to get greedy with Steins, find ways to get in there when a Stein comes out. 3C in GA was something I tried in this set, and it was really good because of how far it goes. And it can force them to then, if I had meter, I could RC and then keep pressure going. It challenged them from a pretty far range. So, learn your character's ways to deal with greedy Stein sets. Okay. What else do we have on our list? let's go back and lab that Oki that we saw at 7-Eleven. Let me see if I can recreate that in a better way. So, let's get this off and try seeing at that time what was happening. So in my notes I have at 7-Eleven. Let's go back there. A little before it, I think there was other situations that were happening. There, I get out somehow. What the heck? That was definitely meaty. Or maybe not meaty, but very close to my wake up. I can't mash there. Okay. I think on that setup I've just got to... I'll try delay teching more. Hit that? Nice. Didn't kill though. Oh no. Now I die for this, I bet. Yeah, okay. Oh, and that was the same setup. Here. That was good. That showed the same setup. So what happened? 60. Okay, I've just got to make that way more fluid. Let's switch back to Blaze Blue and give that a try. Damn, what the heck? It looks so weird. That looked like it. Yeah, that's the situation I see. Yep, okay. So let's see what I can do here. Oh, look at that. Look at this. And there's our answer. You see, this... When I get hit by this, it has a lot of knockback. So if I'm insta-teching, I'm teching instantly without going any further back. And that means I land in the range of that 5C. But if I delay tech, look, I'm out of it. So there we go. Our answer there is try delay teching. Cool. All right. So I think that covers everything I wanted to look at. Again, I did waste a lot of time on that combo. I'll try to cut that down a bit out of the final video, but got through some good stuff here, and this was a good set. There was a lot of things I could have taken note of. I tried to trim it down. So, all right, that's all I got. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.